Hello everybody, this is Joe Bean Videos on the Jimmy Master Animatronics, and this is a video review of, well, I know you've seen these millions of times, but the Rockalon Up on the Housetop Santas. Now, I'm making just a separate video of just these Up on the Housetop ones, and basically because I have completed my Up on the Housetop Rockalon Santa needs, as I've got my second red Up on the Housetop, and I have 4 greens, and I'm not really getting any more unless I find them like in person at like thrift shops or something. I mean, actually Joseph wants one, and I'll probably like order one to send to him since he's giving me so many things. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, here's the box for this. Is the question I've always had, because since I didn't really I mean, these were, out while I was like alive, 1999, I was already like 3-4 years old, and then but the thing is, I don't know where they were sold at, and what I don't understand is why they decided to make finally a different cut. Well, I don't know if the Up on the Housetop was made first or Long Christmas Time. I think the Long Christmas Time was still made first, because I think out of all the Rockalon Santas, the Up on the Housetop is the best synchronized one out of all of them. But they were not made in 2000 because none of them have the newer parts that the Short Christmas Time ones have, or the Jingle Bell ones. But I still always wondered what stores were these sold at, because I don't know if the same store would carry 2 different colors. They made one green one, and then they were like, let's just make them red too. Like, all the other ones are red. Like, the Up on the Housetop is the only one that's unique because it's a different color, but yet they still decided to make a red one. Unless the red was made first, and then they're like, let's make a special edition. I don't know. But it's funny because now the only ones that have been popping up on eBay are green Up on the Housetop Rockalon Santas. Like, it's almost like the most common one. This one and the Rockin' Christmas Time Santa, they seem like the most common ones, because, well, for a while only red Up on the Housetops were popping up a few years ago. Now only green ones are popping up. Well, earlier this summer, no green ones were popping up at all. So it's like so weird. Anyways, out of all of them, this one has the best sound quality. It has a lot of bass. This is it's considered my second but third green Rockalon Up on the Housetop, because my very first one doesn't exist anymore, the one I got at the antique store in 2005. But this is the head from my very first one. I switched the heads. This one's head is my very first one. My first Short Christmas Time one has his original head. I think that is my Short Christmas Time's head, and then his head is just laying around the house somewhere. That's one of the spare Santa. So I've mixed some of the heads up one time, but this one worked so close to my very first Up on the Housetop, and it sounded pretty close to it, that I wanted it to consist the parts of my original, but the head doesn't move exactly like my original. Actually, that high-pitched green vest one works like my original one, but it's too high-pitched because my original one was not high-pitched. And I'm out of memory. Wow. Anyways, I guess I'll show them now. I was going to show all of them, but I think you've seen them all. That's my... Well, if this is now my second one, because, my first one no longer exists. That one is my third. And then the one back there is the one I got for... That's the green one, right? That's the one I got for Christmas 2008 after my other one was gone or broken. And then that one right there is my most recent green one. And that one's head works great too. But the hip movement is kind of weak, but still works fine with the 6-volt adapter. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, okay, I got more memory now. I just had to delete some videos I already uploaded. Now this one actually is extremely high pitched. This is my most high pitched one. That one's second, and like I said, this one's my lowest one. These two are pretty much the same pitch. This one's slightly lower pitch, but you wouldn't really notice when you're not using but when you're using like really dead batteries, you'd know that he's lower pitched. But the shading on this one is actually darker than that one, though. That one's a lot lighter. And then Cole Walker got one that had a different box. It was called Rock In Santa, like literally Rock apostrophe N Santa is weird. It's a Canadian box version. It's the same Santa, but that version actually comes with a present. These ones just come with a 5-volt adapter, which actually this one was brand new in the box, never used. And the adapter is still in the box, like I didn't even remove it yet. And the green one comes with a present. So, and this one's head does not turn both directions. I don't know, most of the up on the housetops don't. It's like it's hard to get these in Christmas time ones that actually turn both directions. And it's not broken, it's just the way they were manufactured. If the pegs are just slightly off, it's gonna change how far the head moves and all that. It's weird, but it's, yeah. Anyways, here we go. I'll show that one first.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy. Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Merry Christmas! I just love this time of year. Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy. Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. One more time.
We won't do both rounds since we have more than one to show, because, you know, both rounds are the same pretty much. And also, like, when I first got that one had it came with a really weird hat. It wasn't his original hat. It was it's hard to explain. The hat, it was so wide that it kind of covered his face, and I don't know, it was just weird and different. If you want to see it, you can type in Joe Bean Videos Christmas 2009 Santas. That's when I got these two, and the short Christmas time one, my first one. Okay, here's this one.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
That one's also the loudest too.
Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy. Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Merry Christmas! I just love this time of year. Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy. Who wouldn't go? Who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney with good Saint Nick.
Actually, when I remember I said his head doesn't move exactly like my very first one. It actually did with its other head. But I had to give the other head to the other Christmas time one because it bothered me that its head wouldn't turn both directions. and the head was lifted up higher like this on the other one, so I don't know, when the heads are up higher and not touching their shirts, they move better. But I was using the present pack. This is the adapter.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws.
Anyways, this one right here, this head was, the head on this one and my Short Christmas Time one broke right away because they just fell backwards and they immediately broke. This one, I have actually recently fixed its head really good this time, because before it would, I mean, it still kind of only looks one direction, but at the same time it kind of looks both directions, because before it was just getting worse and worse, and I don't know, it had like big drill screws through it with like duct tape around. It was just a stupid fix, but now it just has two regular flat lawn screws, kind of like the old pegs, drilled through it, and it should not break anytime soon, or it should last a long time. So, yeah.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down to the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy.
And if you guys are willing to watch a little bit more, I am actually going to show you the other green ones. This is the one I got in 2008. This one's the quietest one out of all of them.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down to the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joy.
Yeah, this is all the way turned up, and it's nowhere near as loud as the others. If you're wondering why there's duct tape on his feet, is because I used to have them on a shelf in my room and it kept like wobbling around and moving out of place. I tried taping it, of course that didn't work, but I never took the tape off. And this one is my most recent one, like I was just saying, but the thing is I switched the shirt. This one was actually that one's shirt and this one was that one's shirt. That shirt is darker, and I like my favorite ones to have the darker shirts, so I don't know, I just wanted it to look more clean since it's my favorite one. Yeah, yeah, like I said, this one's motor's kind of weak. Oh, whoops. No wonder I'm using the present. This one really has to use a 6-volt for it to move. See, this one's not fast.
Jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down to the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys.
And I'm not sure why it's so weak. I've replaced the belt, I've replaced the motor shaft pulley piece. I don't know. So yeah, and then the last one, this is the high pitch one, green one, and this, like I said, this one's head does work a lot like my original one did.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I mean, if you want to see footage of my original one, the best footage I took of it was Santa's and fur balls.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. I just love singing. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Come on, let's dance. Up on the housetop, reindeer paws. Out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down to the chimney with lots of toys. All for the little ones' Christmas joys.
So yeah, that's it. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching, and bye.